wanted to follow up on the conversation about the final judgment,
Mm-hmm.
and how like everybody sees everything, and I kind of see like how I would say, well, I know God has already seen this and forgiven me, but I can't imagine my mother ever finding out this happened, something along those lines. Yeah, so if we've all been like through purgatory and been perfectly purified, then we kind of understand we have that same perfect forgiveness that God has. So is the fact that we have that and understand how perfect everyone is, we kind of aren't ashamed anymore because we realize nobody's going to be judging us now for our past things? Is that part of how that becomes, acceptable or even, joyful?
Yeah, Rich, I think you're hitting the nail on the head here, brother. I think you're spot on. It's not only on the God side of the equation, right? It's not only the God side of the equation where we rejoice in the mercy that God has bestowed upon us and remitting the guilt of those sins and giving us the grace of repentance and leading us back into union with him, but also on the neighbor side of the equation, right? Where everyone will be perfected in love. And so everyone will with us rejoice in God's mercy, and everyone being perfected in love, there will be no judgmentalism, right? Nobody judging us and saying, oh, well, you should have done this or you should have done that. And I mean, obviously they'll be recognizing that those were sins, but they will also be rejoicing in the mercy that God gave us, and there will be no shame. There will be no room for shame on our parts, and then there will be no pity on the part of our loved ones who are perfected in love. And so we will see with great clarity how all has been made right, both God's justice concerning all permitted evils and God's mercy as well. And so I would agree with you, Rich, that the perfection in love of all of those present there with us will contribute to our happiness as well. And here's the reason why. Here's the principle, Edgar. Sorry to cut you off. Within charity, we rejoice in the good of others just as if they're our own good. So when my mom, who's probably listening right now, at the final judgment gets insight to some of the secret bad thoughts I had and bad things I did, she will rejoice in the good of those sins being forgiven by God's mercy as if those were her own sins being forgiven. So my good will be a source of happiness for her, and her good, the mercy of God being bestowed, will be a source of happiness for me because we're all perfected in love. What you were going to say, Edgar?
I just wanted to say I'm glad I'm not alone in feeling that I don't want my mom to find out certain things. So
that's right. We were just talking about that during the break. Yeah, I mean, these are important questions that weigh heavy on our hearts and minds whenever we're talking about these theological truths, and they're good questions.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this Catholic Answer, be sure to like, subscribe, and check out our live streams Monday through Friday, 3 to 5 p.m. Pacific, or find the episode after on YouTube, your favorite podcast platform, or our Catholic Answers app.